Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna,
Today, we have a very great person amongst us. He's none other than Chief Guest, Sri Vishnu Agnihotri from e-learning. Please give him a big round of applause, everybody. Sir, please come to the dais. I would now like to invite onto the stage our speakers for the day. Could we have our first speaker, Mr. Ramanujam, onto the dais, please? I would like to invite our next speaker for the day, Mr. Gurumurthy. Huge round of applause, everybody. Could I now invite our speakers and our chief guest to please light the lamp. We're going to have a small invocation song by Ms. Madhuri, Manasa and Ms. Devaki from the Global Organization. Let's give a big round of applause for our chief guest, Mr. Vishnu Agnihotri.
Good afternoon to all of you. Yeah, it's a great honor to be invited by GOD and be able to address, I don't know how many, 1,500 odd students today. So I'm really happy about this. I'll try to make it as brief as possible. I understand that most of you are taking your board exams pretty soon, right? Okay. So how many of you are from 10th standard? Oh, wow. Okay, almost everybody. Okay, anybody from 12th standard? Okay, there are some 12th standard students as well. Okay, good. Okay. So, if you're worried about, maybe I will not perform as well as I can you please raise your hand if anybody is worried? Okay, if you're worried that, I won't do as well as I can, you don't have to be worried about raising your hand, you can, right? I'm worried about how this is going to go. Great, yeah, right? So all of us, maybe we are a little worried, right, about how we might do in this exam or, how my child might do or how my class might do from a teacher. All of us are a little worried sometimes, about whether we will achieve what we want. Next slide. Yeah. So everybody has doubts and worries, right? Now, there are many things you can worry about. So if you look at the circle out there, on the outside there is everything you can worry about. You can worry about whether you will pass or fail. You can worry about whether you will get 90% or 70%. You can worry about you will get admission or not. You can worry about whether your father will be happy with you, whether your teacher will be happy with you. There are many things you can worry about. So what will happen if you worry about these things? If most of the time you're thinking about these things that can go wrong, what will happen to you? Do you think you can study well? Yes or no? No, right? If you're worrying about the things that can go wrong, let me take the example of cycle. How many of you can ride a cycle? Right? Wow, great. Okay. When learning to ride the bicycle, how many of you did not fall down even once? Did not fall down even once. I don't believe all you guys. No, I don't believe you guys. Right? You did not fall down even once? I don't believe this. Okay. So when you're learning to ride the cycle, you definitely fall down, right? You fall down a few times before you learn to ride it straight. Now when you're learning to ride the cycle, if you're worried about, will I fall, will people laugh at me, what will happen, you cannot really learn to ride the bicycle. What you have to focus on is your friend or father or someone is telling you that keep the handlebars straight, keep looking straight. If you're worried about falling down, hurting yourself, maybe you decide to go and do it on the grass rather than on the road. So as long as you focus on the things you need to do, the things you can do, you start enjoying things, you start achieving success. But if you're worried about what will go wrong, then it becomes very unnatural. You're not able to go ahead. Give up. Life's real failure is when you do not realize how close You are to success, and all of you are very, very close to success. So don't give up, work hard, and all the best. Thank you.
Our first speaker for the day is going to be Sri M.K. Ramanujam.
Good evening, friends. Allow me to start our little discussion with a small prayer to the Guru. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. A very warm good afternoon to all my young friends out here. What do I need to do to take a very good shot from my BlackBerry? Hold it still. Don't shake around. Don't make it restless. Then I will get only a very hazy picture of how many came, right? If I want a sharp picture of you all, I have to hold like this, right, Devas? Yeah. So I have to hold like this, put a button, and yes, I get a wonderful picture. Likewise, our mind is also trying to read a book. It is trying to take a little bit from the book. If the mind is shaking like the BlackBerry, do you think you can get the best out of those few minutes of studying? No. So you need to steady the mind while you study, right? That is why we pray. Wish you all the very best. And may the Lord bestow you with all that peace and intelligence to face the exams in the best possible manners. Thank you, Jai Hind and Radhe.
Our next speaker is Mr. Sri Gurumurthy.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಭಯಪಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, he was worried about taking an exam anyway, take it. ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ತೊಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ವರಿ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಭಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಭಯ ಅಂದರೆ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಮಾನುಜಂ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದೇ ಭಯ. Look at it. I kept repeating myself. I said everything has become less. Communication, wireless. Phones, cordless. Cooking, fireless. Our food, fatless. Sweet, sugarless. Our labor, effortless. Our politics, shameless. My mistakes, countless. My arguments, baseless. And one secret I can tell you, my salary is very, very less. That's a secret. But I let it out. They say, never ask a man his salary and a lady her age. But I'll tell you that. Very less. But, ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. I promise you. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನೀವು ಆಚೆ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ, you will have more and more and more of everything. More and more of confidence, more and more of security, more and more of happiness, more and more of successful, more and more of enlightenment, and more and more of optimism, and everything that you can ask for, more and more and more. That's a promise. Wishing you all the best. Let me start this Mahamantra.